Here I am doing another weekly makeup basket. I was out of town for most of this weekend, which is why this is going up on Monday, but better late than never. Let's just jump into it. I'm going to be giving a quick, small, mini reviews on the products that I used this past week, and then talking about what I have picked for this coming week and a little things I'm changing. So let's start with primers. I have 3 primers that I tried to use this week. One was the Versailles Liquid Glass that I received in my, does it go this way? No, I don't know which way it goes. That I used in my, that I got in my Boxy, I believe it was the Boxy Charm. I absolutely love this so far. It's been really good. I also used the Stellar Brilliant Primer. Again, one of my holy grails. And then the one I used actually the most this week is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I just have a little guy. I love this so much. This is something that I probably will repurchase in the future. It is so good. So, and I'm actually going to keep this in my box for this coming week. But the other 2 I'm taking out. All right. I did have a primer, I'm sorry, I had another primer. It is the Dr. Brandt Luminizer Primer. I actually did not use this at all, so I'm going to keep this with the Tatcha in for this next week's primer. All right, for foundations, I used 2 this week. The first one is the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. I use this about 4 times, and I really like it. It's a very light coverage. You will not get... Why is it so bright? You will not get a lot of coverage from this, but it is very, very good. I think it is flattering on especially dry skin. I'm not sure why I look so washed out. I have even my window blinds shut. Hopefully that helps. I opened up my blinds because I just looked totally washed out, and I thought if I had less light it would make me look better, but whatever. Alright, the other foundation I used was this Soap & Glory Kick A Longwear Foundation. I used this 3 times this week and really liked it. I think I actually used this in my Get Ready With Me for this week, and it works out so nice. I'm very happy to own this. I think it is a beautiful foundation. It is a little bit more coverage, actually a lot more full coverage than this L'Oreal one, but I think they are both really good. I really lucked out this week with foundations, especially after the last few weeks and having some issues. So that was good. All right, let's see. What do I want to do next? Let's do concealers. So I did end up using this NARS sample that I got. This is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and this was horrible, but yeah, it was horrible. I can't lie. It was horrible. It was very cakey. I ended up putting on it a day where I had to be somewhere, and I was kind of stuck with very cakey under eyes. I probably looked like I was 10 or more years older than I am, but so at least I know I don't need to purchase that, which is always good to try those samples out, and then you can see kind of if you like a product or not. The 2 concealers that I did use the rest of the week were the Makeup Forever Full Coverage Extreme Camouflage Cream, which I love, and the Stay Insurance Concealer in Vanilla Bean from JCat Beauty. These are actually one of my favorites. I'm going to be leaving in the JCat Beauty because I can use this under eyes and to cover spots and stuff, but I'm trying to use this up. This is going to stay as well, so this won't be changing in for this next coming week. I'll just be using the same concealers. All right, let's do powders. I had only 1 powder in my bag, I believe, or my box, and it is this JCat Beauty Aqua Assurance powder. And I actually didn't really give it much of a chance. Did I even use it one time? I don't think I even used it one time. So this is going to stay in my box, my bag for this month because I want to use it. And I'm actually going to put this Clinique one away. I think if I have this Clinique one, which is the Super Powder Double Face Makeup, I think if I have this one out, I'll just grab it out of habit because I know this works very well for me. So I'm going to put this away so that I will only have that one, this Aquassurance one to try or to use and see if I can figure out if I like that or not. The last powder that I had is the IT Cosmetics by Pores Illuminated. This is just a sample size. And I actually didn't use it at all this week. I think I'm going to put it back. I didn't really like the heaviness of using this. I used it once and just didn't really care for it. So I didn't touch it the rest of the week. So I think I'm just going to put that back for now. Alright, I started out with only one bronzer, which was this Too Faced one, for the Pineapple Paradise bronzer. And looks like this. You have a nice highlight and then this bronzer. The problem is that it's very, I want to say glittery, glowy, but you don't get a lot of bronzing, at least on my fairer skin, with this. So I would just, it's probably not something I should have kept or really even bought had I like played with it at the store or something. But I'll try pulling it out maybe again and see what I think when I have maybe a little more color on my skin. I don't really tan, but just a little bit of something. I don't know. So I was very disappointed when I used it the first time. So then I pulled in a couple of extra products, which I think I used one of these in my Get Ready With Me. But this first one is the Marc Jacobs Light Filtering Contour Powder in 20 Dream Filter. I absolutely love this. I've hit major pan on both colors and I don't think you can buy it anymore, and which is very unfortunate because this is probably my holy grail contour bronzing powder. So good. I do think I'm going to put it back and try to pull something else. And then the last thing is this Invisible Bronzer from BAREMINERALS. It is in the color Fair to Light. It's very, very light. It actually works pretty well when I'm not trying to really deepen up or darken my complexion. It gives just a subtle hint of something. But I really do like this. But again, just going to put those back. Highly recommend them. I don't know if you can still get even this. I think they discontinued it or something. I don't know. Let me know if you know. I'm pretty sure they discontinued it, but... Alright, with blushes, I had 4. First, I had these 2 liquid blushes. One's from Milani. It's the Cheek Kiss in Pink Flirt. And this one is from Maybelline. It's the Cheek Heat in Pink Scorched. Both of these are very, very light. Hard to see even on my very pale complexion. So I don't know how I feel about them. They're too light for me. I don't know if I need to layer. Okay, I've layered this one and it really never got much darker or more pigmented. So I don't know. This one I've only used one layer. I've never layered. So I might try using this layering and see if I feel differently. But for now, these are kind of unless you like a very, very, very light wash of color on your cheeks, you will love these. If you like to be very peachy or pinky or mauve-y, you probably won't like those. The other 2 blushes were very broad at the end of the spectrum price-wise. This is the Dior Rosy Glow. It is a very bubblegum pink blush, but it's probably my all-time favorite blush ever in the world. And then this one, which costs like $1, is Dusk from In Studio. You can now get it at Walmart. It was very, very pretty. I actually really enjoyed it. Very pigmented. I need to go in very light-handed with this, or else I will look like a clown. The thing about the Dior one, which I never learn, I just need to do a little, or just put, you don't have to be very light-handed, but I need to do 1 layer and leave it alone. But I keep thinking, oh, it's not that dark. So I always do 2 or 3 layers and then I look like a clown. But that's just me. So highly recommend both of those. I'm not sure if you can even get this one. I would assume you can, but I'm not sure. This one is very good, $1 at Walmart. So try those out. All right, I did have 4 highlighters this week. I had the Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlight, which I actually didn't use, so I'm not going to talk about, but I'll put it back. I do really like that, but I didn't use it at all. I did use the Flesh Touch Flesh Highlighting Balm. I got this in a boxy charm. I thought it was going to be way too dark for me. I actually really liked it. I just dipped my brush on it and dabbed, I don't know, on my upper cheek, and it was just so gorgeous. I really like this, which I'm shocked because I thought it was going to be just too dark and I would just toss it out or give it to my daughters or something. So that was a very pleasant experience. The other two highlighters I actually wore majority of the week. The first one is the Tarte Exposed Highlighter. Very nice champagne highlight. Very easy to wear. It is very noticeable, which is what I like, and I really enjoy it. And then the other one is the Josie Maran Argan Enlightenment Illuminizing Veil. This, I didn't realize how good I like this. It is so gorgeous. I have it on today, and it just gives me, I hope you can, I look so washed out. Maybe you can see it back here. I can see it. I don't know if you guys can. It's not going to be a very intense highlight. But it is so natural that I love it. I actually probably prefer this even over my Tarte Exposed highlight, which was shocking to me. But I forget how much I love this. I'm so glad. I know this is a mini size. I'm not sure. I would think you could still buy it, but I got this like in a kit. All right, let's see. Let's do eyeshadows and then lips and then the new stuff. So the first thing is this Lorizzi Liquid Beam. I use this in my inner corner, which I actually didn't do today. I just like dab it. I think I do this in every video. I put it on. And then I just kind of tap it out with my finger. It just gives a nice inner eye glow. I really like this. I think you can also use it on your face for a highlight. I should probably try that. It's in the color Topaz, but it definitely isn't as dark as that name would suggest. So I really like this. I think I'm gonna leave this in my box for this next week just because it's an easy product to kind of just use with anything. The other single I had was this MAC Kid. I'm also going to leave this in my box because I didn't actually use it at all. So that will stay. I had 3 palettes. I used the Naked Basics one, which was a not repurchase. What does it mean? It was the second week I left it in my box. I really like it. I actually took this with me traveling this weekend, and it's just so easy. I love it. I'm gonna put it back because I'm kind of ready for something else, but I loved it. I also had the Huda Ruby Obsessions palette. I don't remember if I used this in my Get Ready With Me. I don't think I did, but I did finally end up using it. I actually used 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. I can't remember if I used this middle one or not. I know I used this one, and then I used those 2, this bottom one and this one, and then I know I used this one, but I think I used this one too, but I can't remember. But I used quite a few. Really liked it. It wasn't as intense, and I think as I was afraid it was going to be. It turned out just fine. And yeah, I'm happy I have that, and I'm gonna play with it a little bit more. I'm going to take it out of my box for this week just because I'm ready for some fresh stuff, but I do really enjoy that. And then last but not least was the Jeffree Star Thirsty palette. I love this palette. I used it probably 3 times. I do find that I do the exact same look every time. Granted, it is probably one of my favorite looks, but I use this color up here, which is the most gorgeous medium to light brown. It's called Subtle, and I always use that. I use this light color, and then I use this dark color, which you can really see me in that one, and then I usually pull one of these in the middle, but I never touch the 3 here, and I never touch like the 2 here, and I need to do that, but I'm not gonna do it now. I think this might be better for me in the spring, but I love this palette. I do really recommend it. It to me was the most easy to use palette, which is why I chose this out of all of his. I really do like it. Last but not least are lips. I don't remember if I had this many in my video or if I added to it. I know I had this Kat Von D color lipstick. I think it is the color Berlin, but I could be wrong. The sticker is gone, so I'm not sure. I didn't even try it, so I'm going to leave it in for another week to hopefully give that a try. What I did use probably the most this week is the, and I think this wasn't in my video, but I think I pulled it out of my purse when I was cleaning my purse, and I just kind of left it in my stuff. But it is the Tarte Bare Bud. You got this color when you bought that Whitney Simmons, palette. This was the lipstick color that came in that, and I really, really enjoyed it. There, I just added a little bit on. It just gives a nice light flush of color. I just put it over chapstick. It's very hydrating. I absolutely love this, but I'm going to put it back because I want some new stuff this week, I think. I also use this Floss, my favorite lip gloss. Again, gonna leave it in just because it's an easy gloss. It's okay. Would I repurchase it? Probably not, but I do enjoy it. Whew. Almost dropped them. I had 4, which I don't think I originally picked 4, so that's why I'm saying I think a few things extra got added. So the 4 that I had of these Maybelline Superstay matte inks is Poet, Revolutionary, Savant, and Lover. I think I'm gonna put back for sure Poet and Revolutionary. Those are probably my top 2 favorite colors. That's probably why they got pulled back into this basket. And I think I'm gonna leave these 2, which are my newer colors, which is Lover, and I think it's Savant. I think that's how you would say that, Savant. And I think I'm gonna leave these in for another week, hopefully use them now that those 2 won't be in here. So we'll put those in there. And I think last was this 24/7 lip pencil in Naked. I'm just gonna leave this in. I kind of use it here and there. It's really a nice color. So now let's get into the next products for this week. All right, so I have my new products here. Let's get started. I will say that I'm not going to mention the products that I just told you that I will be keeping for the week. I'm not gonna re-talk about those now, to show you the new things that I'm adding to those. And I'm doing little things different. Now that I'm not trying anything specifically new, I don't think, I'm not going to be picking as much. I feel like it will give me a better chance to, maybe I need to take that off. Will that darken up my, I can't figure out why I look so washed out. I'm really confused. It's kind of annoying me. All right, so I've already talked about primers and concealers and my setting powder and most of my lip products, so I won't be mentioning those. But the foundation I'm going to be using this week is the Misha Perfect Cover BB Cream. I have the color 23. I just finally got this. I absolutely love it. I think this is so amazing. I actually already have it on today, and I've been using it since Sunday. Today's Monday, I'm filming it. I usually start my baskets over on Sunday, even if I post them late like this one is going to be. But I've already used it twice, so yesterday and today. I love it so far, but I really wanted to spend a whole week using just this and figure out what I think, even though I pretty much already know. All right, for bronzers, I am going to be using 2. I have my Hoola Contour Quickie Stick that I absolutely love. Just trying to use this up since I already own a full size of it. Just want to finish that. And then I also pulled in this Becca Capri Coast. It is a very gorgeous bronzer. This is definitely not a highlighter, but I think it is really pretty, and I thought I would just use that this week. For blush, I only picked 1. I really want to concentrate, I think, on 1 blush per week to figure out if I like it, try using it different ways, different eye looks, just to figure out everything. And then I'll know if I have so many blushes and I'm using them 1 or 2 times, I can say I like them and whatever, but I won't really know if I want to keep them and keep using them unless I use them consistently for a little bit, and then I can really say, okay, this does not work for me. I tried it 7 different ways and it just didn't work. So the one I'm going to work on this week is the Buxom Wonderlust Primer Infused Blush. This is in the color Ibiza. It is so gorgeous. I got this in my Ulta 20% off haul, and I am so glad I did. I don't know why I waited so long. It is so pretty. I mean, the color is, oh, it's so pretty. I can't wait to just use this, and I pretty much already know I love it. So we'll see, but hopefully I can figure out how I like it or if I can wear it with any color eyeshadows and stuff like that. All right, for highlighting, I'm going to be using my Jaclyn Hill The Flash palette. This has four, it's very reflective. It has four nice highlights. I've used it about 4 or 5 times and I really like it so far. I have used it even on my inner corner and I really liked that, but I want to give it a good try, so I'm going to use that this week as my highlights. I did pull in the Bobbi Brown black ink for my liner. I've been enjoying my waterline and tightline with black, so I've been using that. But I also wanted to throw in these 3 liners that I received in a BoxyCharm, only because I know my BoxyCharm is coming soon and I need to at least try these so I'll know what I think. But I've only opened up one, which I opened up in that video, which is this kind of a gold color or bronze maybe, or bronze color. It's nice. I don't know how these are gonna work. I have, okay, the bronze, I have a kind of a nude and then kind of a black. So we'll have to see how those go. I also threw in this Benefit Eye Bright. This works really good at putting in your inner corner or on your waterline. So I pulled this in to kind of use that this week. And then let's do eyeshadows. I have one lip product that I'm adding to what I've already mentioned and we'll be done. So I am adding in 2 shadow palettes. The first is the Big City, IBY Beauty Big City palette. We got this in our Fashionista the box, and I am very excited to try this out and see what I think. So we'll see how it goes. It has some really gorgeous colors. Here, I'll open it really fast. But I think it's gonna pair well with the other palette that I chose. Has a lot of neutrals, you know, just some good everyday easy colors. And then the other palette I picked is the NATASHA Denona Love palette. I have only used this one time, so I really want to give it a try, and I thought it'd be good to have it all week, especially since Valentine's is this week, and that is what this was made for. So it has a lot of pinks, purples, a couple like reds. But that's why I thought it would be good to pair it with something like this that has more browns in it. I need kind of that base to put on my eyes. So that's what I chose for my eyeshadows this week. And then the last lip product that I chose to add with the others is just this NIVEA Black Cherry Lip Care. I really, really like this. It looks so nice and it's so easy to put on. It adds just the slightest bit of color to your lips. So nothing dramatic, but it obviously feels nice and nourishing on your lips, being that it's a chapstick, but I really, really like that. So that is my weekly makeup basket for this week. I think this is my 4th or 5th week that I've been doing this, so I feel like I'm kind of getting into a habit, figuring out how I want to do this video. I'm really liking, I think, that I'm only picking like one product-ish for each category instead of having 5 different concealers. I'm going to have one, or like powders, I'm just going to have one so that hopefully I will try it and then I'll be able to know if I want it or use it. And yeah, the palettes, it was only because of the palette that I chose, which is why I chose to add in 2 palettes. Otherwise, I think I'm going to stick with just 1 palette per week so I can use it really all week and figure out what I like, what I don't like, and all of that stuff. So let me know what you plan to use this week and if you've used any of these products that I've talked about. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. What was that?